What's going on YouTube? It's Mike here. Pre-orders for the Apple Watch start Friday. So, are you ready for it? So, if most of you don't know, Apple Watch pre-orders begin this Friday, April 10th. They start at 3 o'clock in the morning EST my time, or 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, basically midnight, over on the West Coast. The time has finally come where we're finally going to be able to order these. Not only that, but we're also going to get our hands on them and try them out for the first time. If we go to an Apple store, our local Apple store, you'll be able to actually go in and visit their in-store previews, schedule an appointment for 15 minutes, and try on the Apple Watch for the first time, which is pretty awesome. And it all starts this Friday. While you're in the store, you can also reserve an Apple Watch for pickup or have it shipped right to your house. Basically, it starts with the Apple Watch Sport, the cheapest model, which is going to be $349 for the 38mm case, and that's with any band color. And then it's $50 more, $399 for the 42mm case, and that's in any color with any band. Moving up to the Apple Watch Standard Collection, it starts at $549 and goes all the way up to $1,099, which is absolutely ridiculous, especially if you go with the most high-end band, which is the stainless steel link bracelet. That's only for the 38mm, and then if you jump to the 42mm, it's an additional $50 for each, starting at $599, goes all the way up to $1,099. I actually had my eyes on the 42mm Space Black with stainless steel bracelet, and that's gonna cost $1,100. So I had to cross that off my wish list because there's no way I'm dropping that much on a first generation smartwatch. It's just not what I'm going to do. But it's a really beautiful watch, and you know, the bands, they start at $549, they go all the way up to $1,099, like I said. So you kind of got to figure out which band you want. I think what I'm going to go with at the end of the day is the really nice leather loop. I want to get a 42mm with the leather loop, and so I think that's going to be $699, which is still very, very expensive for a smartwatch in my opinion, but hey, it's the first time. I want to try it out. There's just no way I could spend $1,100. And the Apple Watch edition, aka the gold edition of the Apple Watch, starts at $10,000 and goes all the way up to $17,000. These are really, really crazy prices. I'm really not sure who's going to be in the market for such an expensive watch, especially first generation. Like I said, we all know it's going to be a little buggy, a little glitchy, and it's not going to have all the features the second or third iteration of the device are going to have. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And of course, with any of these watches, in their corresponding collections, you'll be able to switch out the bands. So for example, if you have a stainless steel case with the Apple Watch and you have the sport band, you want to upgrade to the leather band, this is something you can do. You don't need to buy a separate watch. We knew that, obviously, but it's not like you're getting a better deal if you buy like the sport band. You can't get the stainless steel link bracelet for really cheap or the leather loop for really cheap. Apple does sell the bands individually, however, they come at a very high cost, hence why you may as well just buy it all together. There's no difference, trust me, we've all looked. And you're going to need iPhone 5 or later to use your Apple Watch, so that's iPhone 5, iPhone 5C, 5S, 6, or 6 Plus. Now, iOS 8.2 is going to be mandatory to actually have installed on your device when the Apple Watch comes along. This, of course, is you're going to need the Apple Watch app, which is going to connect through Bluetooth. You'll be able to pair your Apple Watch right up to it, and within the app you'll be able to change the settings, install applications, and a ton of other stuff, as well as track fitness more in depth with a specific activities app that appears on your iPhone's home screen as soon as you pair the Apple Watch app, which will be nice to have. You're going to need to have iOS 8.2 in order to do all that. And eventually you'll also be able to use iOS 8.3, which is what I'm going to be running on my iPhone when I get my Apple Watch. Now, will the Apple Watch, will be able to make phone calls, texts, emails, you'll be able to use maps, track your health and stuff like that. There's actually a couple key things that we learned at Apple's keynote approximately a month ago now that we didn't know before. First of all, it's going to have an 18-hour battery, which we thought was going to be like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, but that's 18-hour rated all-day battery. Constant use, it's probably going to be much less than that. Well, obviously it would be anyways, but it's a lot more than we thought, which is nice. And there's also going to be water resistance. And these are two things that I wanted to point out because they've been taken pretty lightly, and they're actually really big things about the Apple Watch that we didn't expect. A fantastic battery, we hope, and the fact that it'll be water resistant. So that doesn't mean you could jump in your pool with it, but it means, if it splashes when you wash your hands or something like that, it should be okay. Tim Cook claims he goes in the shower with his Apple Watch, which I think is a little bit too much. but who knows, maybe it'll be okay. I'm not putting it to the test though. And finally, the Apple Watch releases 2 weeks from this Friday, which is April 24th, 2015, so you'll be able to have it shipped to your house from your pre-order on April 10th, pick it up in any Apple store on April 24th from your April 10th reservation. However, you won't be able to actually go into the store on April 24th to just walk in and purchase a watch. You'll need a reservation, or you'll need to have reserved it or have an order coming in somehow. There's just no way that you'll be able to walk in. They're saying they're gonna have really low stock, and they advise you to A, either pre-order the device and have it shipped to your house, or B, pre-order the device and have it shipped to the store for pickup. But chances are you will not be able to walk in without any sort of reservation or order on the 24th to pick one up. And Apple is pushing this heavily. There was actually a report in today that they want to do away with the whole long line process and thing, which everybody's been a part of for years, and Apple's gained quite a following with that as well. That's like a big deal. And so it's weird to see them kind of want to push away from that so much, but that is their goal. And so it'll be interesting to see how all this plays out on the 24th. But that's about it. That's everything you need to know before the pre-orders begin on Friday. I want to know down below in the comments, guys, if the Apple Watch is going to be something that you're going to be getting. Obviously, you know me as an Apple enthusiast. It's something I'm getting. Like I said, I'm going for a more higher end model. I'm pretty sure at this point I really do like the leather loop a lot. I've considered the Milanese loop, but I've asked around, and I think the leather loop is what I'm going to wind up going with. In the stainless steel case. I would love the space black stainless steel case, but I think you can only do that with the Link bracelet. However, that would look freaking cool with that black leather loop. I'll have to see if that's something I can do. But yeah, so that's about it. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Of course, rate, give this video a thumbs up, and click the subscribe button below. Stay tuned Friday. I have a really cool video coming. Won't exactly say what it's about yet, but you won't want to miss it. I'll see you guys in the next video.